Was born in Paris, France, in 1908. When she was 21, de Beauvoir met Jean-Paul Sartre, forming a partnership and romance that would shape both of their lives and philosophical beliefs. De Beauvoir published countless works of fiction and non-fiction during her lengthy career, often with existentialist themes, including 1949's The Second Sex, which is considered a pioneering work of the modern feminism movement. De Beauvoir also lent her voice to various political causes and traveled the world extensively. She died in Paris in 1986 and was buried with Sartre. De Beauvoir was raised strictly Catholic. However, at the age of 14, the intellectually curious de Beauvoir had a crisis of faith and declared herself an atheist. She dedicated herself to the study of existence, shifting her focus instead to math, literature, and philosophy. She was a very smart woman, and she took advantage of it, and she broke with some rules that women had to follow at that time and even today. When Sartre met her, he was very impressed by her intellect. Then they started a very romantic but also unconventional relationship. It was unconventional because de Beauvoir, for example, rejected a proposal of marriage from Sartre early on. They also never had children or never lived together, so it was a very strange relationship for that time, let's say, and even today there are people who would think that that's not normal. But they remained together until Sartre's death, decades later, in a relationship that was at times fraught with tension and, according to biographer Carol Seymour Jones, eventually lost its sexual chemistry. Why is Simone de Beauvoir so important for me? First, I think that she was a different woman. She was unique because she broke, for example, with some rules that women had to follow. For example, to be married, to have children, to have a husband. Those were characteristics that she didn't want to follow, she didn't want to have. So she just dedicated to write and to write about things that she knew that were not going to be received with nothing but controversy. And she knew it. She wrote about patriarchy, knowing that it was not going to be a good thing, for example, for the church. And that's the second reason why I admire her a lot as a woman. Because she was brave. She was very brave. And I think that she knew that her legacy was going to be useful for the future. And today, here is the future. We are the women who need to follow her legacy, who have to use it in order to raise our voices, in order to change things that she couldn't change because of the time and etc.